Can you imagine a future of sexual equality in human reproduction? I'm Evie, and I posit that most of us can't. But don't worry, it's not our fault. There are a number of obstacles in our way. But for these 3 minutes, I ask that you set aside any preconceptions you may have about women's natural role in reproduction and dream with me. Women get pregnant, whereas men do not. Thus, the risks and burdens of reproduction fall disproportionately to women. Artificial gestation, or ectogenesis, represents a method of procreating that would require no greater sacrifice from women than men. Frieda Simonstein and Michael Mashiak-Eisenberg note that while pregnancy can be deadly, the common lack of concern regarding women's welfare in pregnancy is likely because reproductive hazards have traditionally been considered women's fate and therefore taken for granted. This is precisely where I think science fiction can make a contribution to the bioethical debate regarding ectogenesis, as within the realm of suspended disbelief, what is taken for granted in our everyday reality is subject to radical destabilisation. I agree with Anna Smajdor when she asserts that the necessity for women to be pregnant is so entrenched in our consciousness, we often fail to recognise we could change the situation. This lack of imagination is perhaps understandable in a world that has never seen ectogenesis in action. But as Dennis Livingston notes, science fiction is the laboratory for the imagination, a place where we test out new social paradigms and the impact of emerging technology on society. So what do we see in the realm of science fiction regarding ectogenesis? We see horror, enslavement, animal-human hybrids, clones, and mad scientists. We see blame, moral repugnance, and conservative, technophobic cautionary tales. These are the stories that make it into bioethics scholarship and debates regarding emerging reproductive biotechnologies, the Frankensteins, and Brave New Worlds. Positive representations are lacking. As such, my PhD research argues there is a poverty of imagination evidenced in science fiction as a genre and the bioethics literature that engages with it regarding the potential for ectogenesis to promote equality in human reproduction. We cannot look to history to find a fairer distribution of the burdens of childbearing. We cannot continue as we are in the present, with women risking illness, injury, and even death in pursuit of the goal of family. We must look to the future of reproduction and what scientific advancements may promote equalising alternatives to the current situation. Ectogenesis is not inherently evil, repugnant, or frightening. It will not inevitably lead to slavery or human enslavement. It can, however, make a fundamental contribution to equality. This is the future I imagine. Thank you.